Welcome to your weekly tarot reading check-in for September 8th to the 14th. Whether you are new to my channel or are a longtime subscriber, thank you for joining the Dog Star Pack. In this video, you will be choosing the reading that is destined for you based on your zodiac sign or your intuitive guidance. Each reading is timestamped below, so once you have selected it, go ahead and jump right to it. I'm Heather Ellis, and here on my channel, I combine the traditional tarot meanings with intuitive insights to bring forward messages that are meant to guide you. Whether you are here to learn tarot or tune into the monthly and weekly forecasts, my goal is to support you in living with more purpose and self-trust. If you want to learn tarot, check out my Tarot Talk series, where I break down one tarot card each week in a simple bite-sized way, and you'll find the link to the playlist in the description below. If you found value in today's video, please like, comment, and share. And if you are interested in the monthly readings and weekly readings that are specific to your zodiac sign, be sure to subscribe and click on that notification bell. It does help me grow the channel, but also tells me what kind of content you would like to see more of. So there are 3 ways that you can choose your reading. And we're going to be looking at this as pile number 1. This one, so the one with the bird here. The bird charm is pile number 1. The one with the dog charm is pile number 2. The seahorse is pile number 3. And the starfish is pile number 4, or reading number 4. And how you select your readings, it's going to be based on this pile number 1 with the bird is your sun sign, the dog is your moon sign, and the seahorse is your rising sign. And if you don't know your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, all of them or just one of them, then the starfish is your reading. You can also look at which charm are you intuitively drawn to, and then you will select your piles that way for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. And then finally, you can base it on the elements of your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. So pile number 1, or reading number 1 with the bird here, is going to be for our fire signs, our Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Pile number 2 with the bulldog here, this one is going to be for our earth signs. So this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then pile number 3, or reading number 3 with the seahorse, is going to be for our our air signs. So that is our Gemini, our Libra, and Aquarius. And then finally, our water babies are going to be for the starfish, and that would be our Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer signs. So just take a moment to look at each of the piles, see if you're going to do it intuitively, and select it, and then check out the timestamps below and jump right to your readings. For those of you who selected reading number 1, or pile number 1 with the bird, this reading here is for you. I'm just going to set aside the bird and the rune, and I'm just checking up in my camera, making sure that you can see everything. And then we're going to start with the tarot reading, tarot cards, and then we're going to jump into the oracle cards. So I'm going to turn over these cards first. Okay, and you have the Ace of Wands, you have the 9 of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you have a lot of Wands energy. This is a lot of fire energy. Okay, so it looks like for this week, your energy is, there is this brand new opportunity that will connect with your passions, inspire you, connect with your creativity. This could be in your money, career, finance, or this could be about relationships, or just in as life in general. That will resonate differently for each of you. But there is this brand new opportunity for you to connect with your creative side, to something that's going to inspire you, give you this sense of purpose. And I really do feel like it's about a sense of purpose, making you feel like you're doing something meaningful in life. Again, could be your career, or it could be your relationships, or just life in general, a passion project perhaps. But with the 9 of Wands here, this is indicating that you have one final obstacle, one final burden, one final challenge that you need to overcome before you can actually do anything with this Ace of Wands energy. Okay, I do feel like you will be overcoming it, because then this is followed by the Knight of Wands. And the Knights are the doers of the tarot. They're the action-oriented cards. They're taking action. They're on a quest. They're on a mission. They're slaying dragons. They're finding that buried treasure, right? So at the beginning of the week, you have this energy of this new opportunity, but there's some kind of challenge or obstacle that you have to overcome in order before you can actually do something with that energy. But by the end of the week, that has cleared out. Things are moving and you are now taking action. But I do feel like this is aligned with this sense of purpose and destiny for you. So I do like this. If you see that opportunity come in, even though there's this challenge here, make sure that you are grabbing it and you are taking advantage of that, okay? Because just do know that the obstacle will clear out and that will resolve itself. So I do want you to know that. So now we're going to look at your Archangel Power Tarot card, and you have divine guidance. And this says the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach and surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. So even whatever this challenge is and how to utilize the Ace of Wands energy, you might want to reach out to some people, some trusted people that you know that can help you and guide you and just help you figure out what you're going to do with this energy and also how to overcome those blocks. And now we're going to look at, this is a just wisdom for healing card. And this is reclaim your power. So your lesson for this week is to note one reason why you give away power in your everyday life, and then ask yourself if that situation is worth losing your peace of mind over. Your goal for the week is to reclaim your power in a positive and mindful way. And so maybe some of that obstacle is where you're perhaps hemorrhaging your power, where are you giving away power or control in your life. And it doesn't even mean that you have to be giving it to someone. It could just be what you're spending your time on, time and effort and energy on. And is it worth it, right? Like maybe you're needlessly focused on a bunch of different things that you don't need to be focused on, and you can kind of clear those out and release them. So you can focus on this one Ace of Wands when it comes in. And this card here is this is a romance angel card, and you have getting to know each other. So this is in the area of your relationships. Can be a partnered relationship, but it can even be about close friends, coworkers, colleagues, bosses, many different types of relationships, or even family members. But you have getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, there does seem to be this kind of connection with other people here, especially with this divine guidance and then this getting to know each other. So perhaps you are being mentored by someone, or you have someone around you that's willing to give you guidance and advice, and you're just in that initial stage of getting to know them as a mentor. So now we are going to move on to our runes. So first we're going to look at the charm, and the bird here, you have, I'm hoping you can read that. It says dream big. Okay, so that is your message from the charm. So whatever this ace opportunity is for you, make sure you're dreaming big with it. And then finally we have our rune, and you have dag. Okay, I just want to make sure that you can see that, and that energy, and I'm just going to set it here. So dag is, it's like dag, like day, a brand new day, a brand new beginning. It's the dawn of a new beginning, a new era, a new chapter, this breakthrough energy. And this is what this is really saying, is that whatever opportunity this is, it has a lot of potential for a new chapter in your life, with regard to what it is that you're doing, what it is you're known for. So I'm really feeling like for most of you, this isn't about an opportunity in a relationship. I feel like this is more about your career or a passion project, or just what you're known for, what you're putting your name to. So that's how I'm feeling like it's playing out for most of you. Please comment below. I would love to hear what area of life that this opportunity is cropping up for you. And yeah, and this is what I have for you for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a fantastic week, and take care. For those of you who selected reading or pile number 2, the bulldog, this one is for you. I'm just going to set the charm and the rune up here for just a moment. Actually, I'll move these cards down, bring them down. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to start with the tarot cards, and then we will look at the oracle cards. Okay, so you have, I'm just going to make sure that the cards are in the camera. So you have the 3 of Swords. So this represents some kind of heartbreak or disappointment. You have the 5 of Wands, scattered energy, and you have Judgment, a wake-up call. soul calling, soul purpose, making a decision. Okay. So what I see for you for this week is with the Three of Swords, you've had some kind of setback. Something that you've put a lot of effort and energy into has not come through the way you were expecting it to, or did not manifest the way you were expecting to. And there's this disappointment. It can, and I feel like this disappointment though is more in the, it's causing some confusion, or it's causing some like just uncertainty on what to do next. And as you're moving on from this energy, I do feel like you are moving on to it. You're not going to cling to it for too long. But with this Five of Wands, what I'm seeing is there's like this heartbreak, this disappointment, and then we move into this scattered energy. So no clear focus. So I don't feel like for many of you, I mean, it could be in your relationships, but for many of you, I feel like this is just in your day-to-day life, something that's happened there. Some of you, it could even be your career. That's going to be different for each of you on how it's going to resonate. Be sure to comment below. I'd love to hear how that is impacting you, or what area of life that this has occurred in. But whatever it is, whichever area, it's making you feel like there's confusion. You're not sure what to do, what actions to take next. So in the beginning of the week, there's this disappointment, this heartbreak, and then we move into this confusion, this not sure which direction to go in and how to pick up the pieces from this. And then we move into, by the end of the week, though, we have judgment here. So I do like seeing this at the end of the week, because I do feel like this confusion, this scattered energy, this uncertainty, it's not going to last very long for you, okay? Because judgment is having clarity, having this wake-up call, and making a decision and making a choice and getting back on your aligned, destined path. So I do like seeing that for you. So whatever this is, do know that Three of Swords was just a minor setback, okay? Nothing major, and you will be clearing out that energy by the end of the week. So I do have that for you. So now I'm going to look at your Archangel Power Tarot card, and you have the Queen of Ariel. And this says, nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, and practical and wise advice. So in dealing with any kind of confusion or uncertainty, you may actually be seeking information or advice outside of yourself from someone, from a trusted friend, someone that has experience in the area where this disappointment has occurred. And so that's a good thing. I do see that as helping you to resolve any issues. And then our next card is, I'm just looking at the name of the deck here, is Wisdom for Healing cards. And you have Choose to Empower Yourself. That's a really nice message. So for this week, I know it says today's lessons because you're supposed to pull one of these cards a day, but I'm using this for the whole week. So your weekly lesson is, this is a week to practice the power of choice. Choose the quality of mood you want. That is whether you'll adopt a positive or negative attitude. The choice is up to you. So your goal this week is to realize that you do have the ability to enhance your life each day. So again, getting through that energy of loss and disappointment, it's by choosing to try and find that silver lining in that situation. And this next card, this is a romance angel card. So this is going to be in the area of your relationships. It can be about your partnership if you're partnered, but it can also just be about family. So children, parents, siblings. It can also be coworkers, colleagues, best friends. So any kind of relationship that you are involved in. And you have forgiving and learning. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So yeah, I really feel like that whatever this Three of Swords is representing, you are clearing this energy quickly. Okay, so this is a good thing. I do like to see that. And now we're going to go to your charm. So the bulldog that you chose, and this says courage. Okay, so having the courage to face the heartbreak, to face the disappointment, and to regroup and refocus yourself. And then finally, we have your rune. I'm going to hold this up for you. Okay. Okay, I'm really hoping that you can see that. So that is Lagu. And Lagu is a rune of renewal. It's a dreams. It's flow of energy, the unconscious mind. So the things that are going on in there. And so when you see Lagu come up, this is saying that it is a time for you to be trusting and listening to your intuition and to honor your receptive side. So it's that intuition that's also going to help you navigate these turbulent and challenging waters this week to get through to that positive side and reconnect with that sense of purpose and destined path that you're going to be going on. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Have a fantastic week and take care. For those of you who picked reading number 3, pile number 3 with the seahorse, this one here is for you. So I'm just going to set my charms up here. I'm just looking in the camera, making sure that we can still see everything. And we're going to start with the tarot cards, and then I will look at the oracle cards. Okay, so you have the Queen of Cups. That's a nice energy, very nurturing energy. You have Death and you have Lovers. So for many of you, I feel like this is going to be in the area of your relationships because we do have the Lovers and we have the Queen of Cups. And Cups is usually about the emotions, can also be about our intuition and creativity, but I'm really feeling like this is about your relationships. The relationships can be a partnered relationship if you're partnered. This can be friends, family. This can also be coworkers, colleagues, bosses, people that you do business with. It's going to be different for each of you. Comment below, let me know if it is in your relationships and which relationship it is for you. But with the Queen of Cups, this is a very nurturing energy, very empathetic. The Queen of Cups is someone who really uplifts and uplifts the people around her, makes them feel like they can climb any mountain, accomplish any goal, bringing out the best in them, making them see their own value, their own worth. So she's that nurturing energy, but also brings that empathy and that compassion and that caring energy with her too. So this is the energy that I see in your relationship with another person. Again, I really do feel like this is about relationships. And then we move into Death. So what I'm seeing here is there's some kind of transformation going on in a relationship, a very personal, close relationship that you have. Again, whether or not this is a romantic partner or this is a best friend or other family member, that's going to be individual for each of you. But there's this whole redefining of the relationship or this change. So how this could play out, here's a couple of examples. For some of you who we'll use romantic relationships as the example, but let's say in a romantic relationship, you've met someone that death, rebirth, and transformation can actually represent that growing stage in growing into the next stage of the relationship. So that death of you being single and now in a committed relationship, right, as you're moving forward. For others of you, this could be that if you're in a committed relationship and you're moving to the next stage, this could go from the death of just being two people in a relationship to now being parents, right? And there's that transition, that change, and that rebirth into that new identity. So there's many ways that this can play out for you, but I do feel like this is a positive transformation here because and you end here with the Lovers, and this is the choice. Like I feel like you're actually consciously making the decision on how you want the relationship to change, to grow, what parts of the relationship are being let go and released with that death, how it's transforming, how it's growing, and then this new rebirth. Because Lovers is like two people coming together that are just blending perfectly together. They support and uplift each other, and they bring out the very best in each other, kind of like soulmates, but it's also a choice and a decision. So I see that you're making that conscious choice and decision to transform a relationship and make it grow. For those of you where it's not about relationships, this is just about a career that you are emotionally connected to and how you are choosing to transform it and change it so it more is in line with who you are and more supportive of you and this sense of purpose. Okay? Next, I'm going to pull your Archangel Power Tarot card, and you have the Two of Raphael. So 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful, kindred spirits, and don't give up on those you love. So really supportive of the messages and supports the idea that this is about relationships for you. The next card that I'm going to pull for you This is, just looking at the name of the deck, Wisdom for Healing cards, and you have Assess Your Relationship. So today's lesson, I'm going to say this week's lesson because this is a weekly reading, not a daily reading. It says, identify one dynamic or component of a close relationship that's vital to your emotional and physical health. This is especially important if you're healing and a particular relationship is causing you stress. If your relationship is a healthy union, then celebrate. Your goal for this week is to integrate your relationship into the quality of your life. So, yeah, your relationships can really impact our health, our mental health, and our physical health. So, and choosing to to just really integrate that relationship into the quality of your life. Like, how are you looking? If there's any stress or any issues in the relationship, then it's time to transform that, right? Yeah. So, and this next card is actually, I'm just checking the deck. It's a romance angel card. So this one is related to your relationships, again, whether or not they're partnered ones, family and friends, or coworkers and colleagues. And you have trust. And this says, this situation is calling for you to choose. Sorry, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so just belief in the outcome and how it's going to persevere and progress in a positive way and have positive outcomes. And now we're going to look at your charms. And so I'm going to flip over the seahorse, and you have, I'm hoping you can read that. It says magical. So this is a time of magic and magical new beginnings and breakthroughs. So nice energy there. And then your rune here, I'm going to hold that up so you can see it. I'm hoping that you can see that. Okay, so this is Answer, is the name of this room. And this is about leadership. It's about trust. It's about, truth. It's wisdom. It is communication as well. And communication is really key in our relationships, right? And having healthy relationships. But this brings about, this is about a message is coming in for you this week, bringing in solutions, bringing in insight, bringing in clarity for you. So, and I think that's going to help in whatever transformation or changes are going on in your life and in your relationships, that is what is coming in for you, is this communication, this insight, this information. It can also be about blessings as well. So, yeah, so messages that can be inspiring, insightful, bringing blessings into your life. And I think that's why you're undergoing this transformation this week, is because you are looking to make your relationships more positive and deeper. So that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell. Have a fantastic week and take care. For those of you who picked reading number 4, this one here is for you. So this is the reading with the starfish. I'm just going to move the charms up here, the charm and the rune. And we're going to start with the tarot cards first. Okay, and then we'll go into the oracle cards. I'll keep those in the camera. Okay. So we have the 8 of Swords here. So restrictions, self-imposed restrictions. We have the 10 of Coins, which is like a wealth, a legacy wealth. And then we have Strength here. Okay. So what I'm seeing is with the 8 of Swords, this is a card of feeling imprisoned, feeling trapped, restricted, can't make a decision, can't move forward, can't see the light, not sure what to do. Okay, but it's because of our thoughts and our mind. It's spinning. Our mind is spinning. Our thoughts are spinning, and it's keeping us from taking any action, and we can't see the situation clearly because we are clouded by our overactive mind. And I feel like this is in the area of your money and finances because of this 10 of coins here. So this can be, for some of you, it will be about your career, but for many of you, I feel like it's about your finances, okay? And just your money. So the amount of money coming in, amount of money going out. What are your spending habits like? Are you trying to save up for something? Are you looking to buy a house, buy a car? Like, is there some kind of big thing that has happened in your life. I mean, for some of you, this can play out so many different ways. Please comment below. I'd love to hear how it's playing out. But here's an example that might make you stress or think about money. Let's just say you and your partner found out that you're going to be having a baby, you're going to be parents, and first-time parents, right? Children are not cheap, right? So you would be thinking about, oh, wow, okay, I'm going to need this, and this, and I need to save this much money. And so this is where your finances, where maybe you weren't thinking about it before, you are thinking about it now. But you're not quite sure what to do with it, with this Eight of Swords, and how to take action. But again, so some of you, it could be about saving, some it could be about spending. Some of you, it could just be you've had money come in and you're not quite sure what to do with it. With this Eight of Swords energy, because the Ten of Coins can represent some kind of a windfall, inheritance, legacy money, money that's accumulated and grown over a period of time. Now, you do have strength. So this is that inner resilience, that inner strength, that inner wisdom, right? And having confidence in yourself and knowing that you can achieve this goal. So by the end of the week, I do feel like that Eight of Swords energy will clear out, and you will be taking some kind of action or having some kind of clarity. And it's that confidence in yourself that, hey, I've got this, I can do this. And that's what you're feeling by the end of the week. So now I'm going to pull your Archangel Power Tarot card, and you have the Eight of Gabriel. So this says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, and important communication. So yeah, and I think it's that communication that comes in that in this activity that is going to help clear out that Eight of Swords energy where you're feeling like stuck and imprisoned. So now I'm going to look at, so I just need to see the name of the card, your Wisdom for Healing card. And this says remain centered. Now it says today's lesson, generally you pull one of these cards a day, but this is a weekly reading, so I'm going to change it to this week's lesson. So this week's lesson is to focus on conscious tranquility. No matter how stressful the day is or the week is, your intention is to remain centered and calm, and your goal for this week is to learn that you can control your psychic energy. And that's part of that is having control over your thoughts, right? And you controlling that narrative. And that takes that inner focus and that inner strength that we see here. And this other card here, this is a romance angel card. And this one is specifically about your relationships. So relationships can be a partnered relationship, or it can be friends or family, best friend. It can even be about coworkers, colleagues, or people that you do business with. So that's going to resonate differently for each of you. And you have finances and career. Of course you do, because you had that 10 of coins. And this says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So is your money in money situation impacting your relationships, your partnered relationships, or even your close relationships right now? Is there some strain going on there related to money and finances? So this week is really about looking at that and clearing that up and moving forward. And now we're going to look at your charm. So you had picked the starfish, and you have, I'm going to just hold that up so you can see, and you know I'm not making this one up. Relax. Okay, so yes, relax and let go. That's going to, if you're trying to control, you have to let some of that go. Okay, you can't always force things, and I think that will help you get out of that Eight of Swords energy as well. And then finally, our rune that we have. So this is ice. And this can be a rune of stagnation. Oh, I'm going to turn it that way. Okay. So this can be about stagnation, stagnant energy. This can also, and like some inactivity going on, but it's also a card of like inner reflection, withdrawal, but not like withdrawal where you're like leaving, you know, you're isolating yourself completely from the world, but more like that inner withdrawal. And I feel like that is part of that links into that strength and that Eight of Swords energy, right? It's that going within, finding that inner strength, finding that inner courage in order to overcome whatever this stressor is this week. So ice is, again, it favors a time for you to turn inward and to seek any kind of clarity and inner wisdom. So that is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you found value in this week's video. If you found it fun and informative, or both, be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and make sure that you're tuning into the monthly readings. They are a little bit different than the weekly readings. The weekly readings are just a quick energy check-in, as you can see, and the monthly ones are for specific to each zodiac sign. So there's one video for each zodiac sign, and I look at the astrology plus a power path tarot reading that looks at your career and wealth. It looks at your shadow work, past life insights. So these are your special gifts that you have, and then an action strategy. They're a little bit longer in length. They are 15 to 20 minutes approximately. So again, make sure you're checking those out for your sun, moon, and rising sign. And I will see you next week. Take care.